The next part of Lesson 8, Chapter 8, is nesting sequences. I've already opened up '08 Bike Race and '09 Race Open. Partly because I wanted you to be able to see what '09 looks like. You can see that we have multiple layers of graphics, and then we also have our videos and audio tracks. You guys don't need to open '09 as the book is going to step us through this. You just need '08 open, but I wanted you to be able to see this broke down before we got started. Alright, so going back to '08 Bike Race. So make sure you have this one open. And then this nesting, we have a button up here in our timeline. It has a very long name. It says insert and overwrite sequence as nest or individual clips. So one of the first things the book wants us to do is we can toggle this on and off. So right now as it's gray, that means it's off, versus when it's blue, it means it's turned on. Alright, so it wants us to have it nested so it's on like that. And then it wants us to click in the project panel '09, just a single click. So make sure that's highlighted, not double clicked or anything of that sort. And then you are going to, let's make sure there's no other settings that we need to do. It says to make sure that V1 is patched and A1 is patched in your timeline if it was not for some reason. So that's good. Okay. And then one of the other ways that you can basically put this in to another sequence is a shortcut on your keyboard, and it's going to be the comma key. And this comma key is your shortcut for an insert edit. Since we've already set an endpoint, basically we want to be at the very beginning, so you bring your playhead there, and we have this highlighted just once. So single click there, and then I hit the comma on the keyboard. It has now put that whole sequence in as a nested object. So you can see it's green, and it's just taking up that one track. But we know from looking at '09, the timeline itself, it has all this data that's in it. So if we scrub through this, you can see it has all the text and everything in a nested relation. So if you went back to '09 and made changes, that should update to here as well. Of course, the book is telling us to hit Control Z because we're going to undo it. Alright, now it's going to have us turn off the nesting. So unclick this button right here. And then it says drag the sequence '09 over while holding Command or Control. So bring it to the beginning of the playhead, and by holding the Command or Control, you can see it's got the arrows that will push everything to the left, or to the right, I mean. So when I let go, it's now pushed all of what was in '08 to the right, and it's placed all of our stuff there at the beginning. However, this time, you can see it looks like our actual '09 sequence. But the difference here is because of the way we brought it in. So by unnesting it and bringing it in this way, it's more of a copy. So I can make adjustments here and it won't affect '09. However, the way it was before, I'd have to go back into '09 to make changes. So basically that is different ways to nest stuff. It's also good if you're working on a very large project to work in these different timelines, so you have smaller pieces before you bring it into a big master timeline. A little bit easier to manage, to think about and stuff in smaller chunks. So that might be a reason that you use nested sequences, or just to bring stuff in after you've already worked on a sequence. So hopefully that helps you.